Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Latoya Ebony. If you're into natural hair care, fashion, and a sprinkle of locks, this is the place to be, so go ahead and subscribe. I also sell apparel. So we've got t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs. So I am going to add a link down below, shop.latoyaebony.com, for you to get your own. I'll also add a discount code for you as well. So for today's video, we're in a situation. Okay, I know you've noticed I have this towel on my head. It's because I'm trying to soak up as much water as possible. As much water as possible. I'm in a predicament. You probably have been in this predicament as well, and that is the predicament of having not enough time to do your hair. Essentially, I have some place to be in about 3 hours, so I need to get my hair done in about 2 hours, and I want to wear it out, and I needed to wash my hair. Desperately needed to wash my hair. I know you've been in this situation before. So what do? We play around with heat and we play around with products. So I first have been using the towel to soak up as much water in my hair as possible because I do have low porosity hair. It does take a long time to dry. So let's soak up some of the water, and we're gonna be, the choices for heat, okay, are going to be a blow dryer or a sit under dryer for some of that indirect heat. I am pretty darn short on time, so we are gonna be using a blow dryer with a concentrated nozzle, and my styling products of choice for today is this lightweight The Works Buttercream Emerge hair conditioner and a mousse from Hair Rules, the wavy mousse. We're gonna see how this goes, spritzing some water if we need and adding some heat. So this is my attempt of getting a very, very quick twist out style in a very short amount of time. Let's go. So I'm gonna take this towel off my head. You see that my hair is separated in 4 sections, and I had this towel on my head to absorb as much moisture as possible. My hair does take a while to dry. Now normally people say don't use towels on your head because it creates frizz, and it does. Also, it could disrupt the cuticle layer of your hair if you're like rubbing it. So what I do is I put the towel on my head, just let it do what it do. I may scrunch a little bit, and then I release the hair from the towel. I've been doing this for years. I've never had any problems. So, you know, do what you do, boo, but that's what I'm doing today. All right, so we've got 4 sections. I'm gonna start the back right section. Ooh, the towel actually did a really good job at getting a lot of, oh, and you can see the different textures of my hair. Like, I don't know if you can go close. So I'm always talking about the perimeter of my hair has a completely different texture than the rest of my hair. You see this like random curls that I have here. All of this is like behind my ears mostly, and like a little, no, it's mostly behind my ears and like in the back. It's so strange. And then the rest is this texture. So it is possible to have multiple textures in your hair. I am gonna start here from the back. It's already kind of stretched and detangled. If you missed my video on how to wash your hair in sections, did I say sections? Sections, then, you know, go ahead and check that out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work with some parts, and I'm gonna create some twists. I don't know how big or small yet. I am on the clock, you guys. Crunch time. My hair is still relatively wet. I'm going to put a little bit of this twisting cream or buttercream or whatever they call it on top. Normally when I do a twist out, if I want it elongated, I would start on dry hair, and then I'd moisturize and add my products, etc., etc. I get the best results in that way. However, today, mama don't got the luxury. So let's see, hold on. We've got the mousse, and I'm gonna add like a half a pump, not even a full pump. I don't know. No, we're gonna do the full pump. So with mousse, what I love about mousse is that it contributes to a faster drying time. And I love that. So that's what I'm gonna do throughout my head. And honestly, I'm not even gonna talk that much. What does that much mean? I'm not gonna talk that much because I really do need to get this done. I'm kind of playing with the idea of doing a hanging bantu knot, but I may not have time for that. It's something that I didn't even learn about until you guys were all up in the comments talking about hanging bantu knots. And I said, what is this? And so I looked it up and I was like, this is genius. That's when you want like the curliness. See, I don't know how this is gonna go because I don't know, you guys. I have like all these techniques I use for getting a defined twist out, but normally I do it on dry hair so that I'm able to really get the best kind of result that I really want. So I have so many twist out videos, whether you want to define twist out or not. And if you want to air dry, I found that I have a few techniques that work really well. If you don't, you'll get like these puffy twists and it won't have as much definition. However, it could be changed with added heat. What was that, like 5 minutes I just used up? So I'm gonna keep going. We'll see how it goes. So it's gonna be really important not to overdo it with the product. I just realized I'm gonna have to spray a heat protectant on my hair as well. Ooh, child, hold on, let me go get that now before I do not forget. Okay, I'm gonna use this Dove Smooth and Shine Heat Protection Spray. Let me just spray these sections because your girl's not trying to get any heat damage, okay? I've never had heat damage before. It's not to say that that could never happen to me, but I do try my best to keep my hair as hydrated as possible so I can prevent that from happening. But you know, sometimes it's the luck of the draw. So I don't add heat to my hair often at all. And then we are going to go in with a pump of mousse on top. I think I'm gonna do 3 since this section is a little bit bigger. Got some mousse on here, and I just have to remember not to overdo it with the product because sometimes I can kind of get into the way that things feel and not what I've actually done to my hair. So you guys might be noticing that my shirt is not completely black like I have on my site. This is like a heather black that I was kind of trying out, but I don't like it as much as the solid black one. So when you go to the website, you'll be able to see like a solid black color. I'll put just a tiny bit more mousse on this section. We're almost there with this section. Oh my gosh, it's been like 15 minutes. I'm gonna put a little bit more mousse. And since I washed my hair, I kept it stretched as much as possible and in these clips so that I can get as much stretch as I can get. And I think I'm gonna go ahead, stretch these out, just do a little twirl so I can keep that elongation as much as possible. The heat is gonna do it anyway, but hey, why not help it out? And then clip this section up, and then I'm gonna move on to the next. This is where I'm gonna like shut up and let you just watch. Drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh yeah. To the table round, oh, they saving us in for the stable friend of mine, cause they know all this time that I was out my mind.
thinking you were the one that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for a lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. No, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade, then you fade away. No, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade away. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion.
All right. So I'm doing a side part. Of course, as always, my twists are a lot smaller in the front than they are in the back. And ooh, that took exactly an hour. Okay, I've got an hour left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug up the blow dryer and we're just gonna get to blow drying until I see, until it feels dry enough for me to take it out. I don't know how long this is gonna take. Part of me wants to just sit under the dryer, but I just know that's gonna take longer. So, and it doesn't hit all of my hair, it only hits the roots. So, you know what? Let me just go with my first mind and get to blow drying. I am going to blow dry it on high. There's hot and there's warm. I'll start with warm, but I may increase to hot if it doesn't feel like that's doing anything. And I'll let you guys know what I did at the end. Okay, so that was about 5 minutes of blow drying. Yeah, I can tell, I can feel that it's not completely dry, but I have to move on because I still need to allow for time to take these out. So I'm gonna let the mousse do what it do on this section. I'm gonna do the rest of it and I'm gonna come back when I'm done. Okay, so I'm feeling this side still feels slightly damp, which would be a problem. We all know twist outs have a tendency of expanding when they are still too wet. But also I'm like, is it the product or is it wet? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's at that in stage where it probably needs another pass. But I'm not afraid of a little expansion. I actually prefer it. So I think we're gonna leave it like this because I am running out of time. That took 25 minutes. And I did stop to get a snack. So, you know, I feel good about this. I feel really good. My concentration nozzle fell off toward the end, but I did use the concentration nozzle and I only used warm the whole time. So had I used hot, maybe it would have been faster. I'm not sure. I could feel a couple like little sections are a little wet, but you know what? I don't have time to deliberate. I am gonna go ahead and take these out. I'm gonna start at the back because if I start at the front, I just can't see what I'm doing. I got a lot of hair, got a decent amount of hair, and just doesn't make sense to start in the front. It's gonna obstruct my view. So yeah, I can still feel, okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna untwist and then I'm gonna run, I think, the blow dryer over it just a little bit. You know what? That helped. So we've got a twist out kind of coming along. Not the best twist out I've ever done, but sufficient enough. So let me go ahead, take some more of this down, and then just continue like that. I think I'm gonna be untwisting, applying a little bit of blast of that blow dryer, a little heat, just to make sure that it is dry. Yeah, so untwisting it, I can feel that it's a little more wet, like the inside of that twist. So I'll go ahead and do what I said I was gonna do. Let's follow the plan. So this is what it's looking like so far. All right, let's go. And this took a grand total of an hour and 32 minutes. Woo! We did it, okay? An hour and 32 minutes of styling time, which is much less than, you know, the whole night air drying routine, everything. I did everything on warm heat. We added heat a few times, but my hair feels very soft. It has volume. There are some areas in which I may have added heat a little bit longer than others. So, you know, that's the danger, I guess, of doing this, is that you'll get pieces that seem a little longer because of the added heat and the stretching action that you're doing if you do it more on one side than another. But you can, of course, take that blow dryer, stretch it out a little bit to make sure that you're getting that elongation evenly across with a few more minutes of that. But you know, an hour and a half is it's a lot less than like air drying overnight and all of that. Of course, you do add heat, which is a con to a lot of people, but we did it on warm heat. So I think it looks really, really good. I like the process. I know that when, you know, I'm in a crunch, I can still wash my hair. And side note, the grays are coming in, okay? Zoe said, I'm getting tired. She said, I'm tired. And they're coming in, and so I'm actually considering doing like a little bit of color, just like on my hairline to kind of cover the grays a little bit, because it got me looking like a little ashy and a little dandruffy. It's just like a weird, and I already have seborrheic dermatitis that kind of attacks my hairline, so we just don't need Zoe needs to calm down just a little bit. No, I want gray hair. Like, I want to be a full out storm, and like I feel like this little salt and pepper that's happening on my hairline is just not giving, it's not giving storm for me. It's looking a little dusty. So that may be in the near future. I've never dyed my natural hair before, so we'll see what happens. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and thumbs up, subscribe. Also check out my shop latoyaebony.com for your apparel needs, okay? It also helps to support this channel so that I can continue making the content that you enjoy. So go ahead and support a Black-owned business. Go ahead and support your creators. I will leave that link down below. I'll also leave a discount code for you as well. If you're into an air-dried twist out that is very defined, I will link that video here. And I also put a fluffier twist out video here for you to check out, okay? Go ahead and check those links down below. Everything I use is linked, and I'll see you in a few days. Mwah!